I don't realize, I never really have a poetic answer for that, you know. It's never like anything special. It's just kind of like, I'm working on music, I'm creating, and it kind of, there it is, it kind of happens, you know, and then that song becomes the inspiration for itself. You know, I just kind of, I'm making stuff, and then I'm like, oh, and I get really into it, and this new stuff kind of happens, you know. But there's definitely not like, you know, the wind in my hair or something that's like, you know, an inspiration. So it's just what it's just kind of what comes natural to me is to make music. You know, it's just another element that I'm like able to add. Keeps it interesting for me to kind of do something different. Changes up the songs, changes up the records, changes up the show. You know, it's like, oh, now they're singing, now they're not, or, you know, whatever. So it's not like I felt like I had something to say or anything like that. It's just kind of like, I want to sing a little bit, so I'll sing a little bit, you know. That's kind of the beauty of that, you know, just like, cool, I want to sing a little bit, so I did. So that's basically kind of about it, you know. And sometimes I can think that song is missing something, and I'm just like, oh, well, what if I put vocals in it? Oh, okay, cool, there it is, or something. So, you know, it's kind of just tells me if it needs vocals or not. My son is just almost a year old. Yeah, so he's very new, but I'm sure he'll be very supportive. My wife has always been extremely supportive. We've actually known each other since we were in high school, so 20 years we've known each other. So it's always been that I've always been a musician, and we haven't been together that whole time, but she knows that's what I do, and she's also a filmmaker, so she has kind of a odd schedule and goes here, goes there, just has to do things at certain times. So we're very supportive of each other. We're both, I guess, artists, you know, and we are lucky and fortunate enough to both be able to work from home. So that also is great for our son, that we were able to be with him, you know, and, you know, be around the whole time. And so it's good. If that's what he wants to do, yeah, I'll support that for sure. But I definitely am not going to push anything on, you know, not like, I was a musician, I played and traveled the world, you know, you got to do that too. Or no, you know, if that's what he wants to do, then that's what he'll do. But if he wants to play sports, he's going to play sports. You know, if he wants to, so I'd just be supportive of whatever he wants to do. I would be grateful and honored if he decided to go down my path. You know, that'd be awesome. It's a new one. This is the first tour I've done since he's been born. So you kind of yet to see how it balances. But you know, in general, it's just kind of, I'm not going to be gone for that long at one time period. You know, I could be touring I could tour throughout a year, you know, but I'll be home for, you know, an extended amount of time and on the road for a shorter amount of time. So kind of like I can go out and do a 2-3 week tour, come home for like a month, go back out and do like 2-3, you know, something like that. Not like just gone for 6 months, you know. I've done that the last 4 years ago when we were here last. It was a 4-month tour, like February to June, just gone. It was hard. So I can't do that anymore. February is the tentative. Yeah, but I'm releasing a lot from now until then. I've got collaborations with other people coming out. I've got a soundtrack record coming out in August. I've got a documentary film coming out next month of our tour in China and Japan from 2 years ago. I have a lot release coming out. Another kind of collection soundtrack stuff in like October. So I'm releasing a lot from now until then. Hopefully the new record will be out in February. We're playing a couple new songs tonight too. So.